You ever stare at your laptop full of plans and somehow end up 3 hours deep into a video about how to build a canoe out of plastic bottles? Yeah, that's freelancing in a nutshell. You're technically free, but emotionally, you're just trying to convince yourself you're working on it. I thought leaving my 9 to 5 would mean peace. No more fake smiles in meetings, no more pretending to care about alignment. But the truth hit me hard. I didn't escape the system. I just built a smaller one with worse snacks and zero HR. Somewhere along the way, I realized there's a hidden framework that runs the freelance world. Not written anywhere, but always active, like background noise. I call it the Freelancer Exploitation Protocol. And if you're not careful, it turns your freedom into a slow, quiet kind of exhaustion. Let's talk about it. System 1, the microbidding trap. It always starts the same way. You see a job, easy project, pays $40, and you think, sure, that's quick cash. Next thing you know, you spent an hour writing a proposal that reads like a cover letter for your soul. You hit send, you wait, you refresh the page, nothing. You do it again. And again. And again. That's when you realize you've been working all day for free. The trap isn't losing the bid, it's the feeling that you've already invested too much to quit. That's the sunk cost illusion wrapped in a job application. And just when you think you've got a chance, you find out your US-only posting has 50 applicants named Mike Johnson, all suspiciously using the same stock photo and location tag. Yeah, VPN freelancing. People across the world pretending to be in Ohio driving rates into the floor. And the platform, they're fine with it, because as long as the bidding work continues, someone's paying their fees. It's just not you. But here's what really broke me. The platform doesn't even know the real client half the time. They're just middlemen, playing telephone between people who never actually talk. When things go wrong, they give both sides excuses. Oh, the client's busy, or the freelancer didn't understand. Meanwhile, you're stuck in the middle, waiting for feedback from a ghost. That's when I learned. Freedom doesn't come from more platforms. It comes from fewer. The closer you are to the actual client, the clearer the communication, the higher the trust, the better the pay. Cut out the middlemen. Talk to real people. Build real relationships. Because algorithms can't vouch for your character. Only humans can. System 2, the urgent project trap. Then there's the classic, the midnight email. Hey, I know it's late, but I really need this done by tomorrow morning. It's urgent. You panic, you skip dinner, you pull an all-nighter, you send it in by 7 a.m., exhausted but proud. And then you check back 3 days later and they still haven't opened it. That's when it hits you. The emergency was never real. It was just bad planning wrapped in someone else's panic. These days, I have a rule. Urgent work costs double. Because if they're going to rent my calm, they're paying for it. You're not being mean. You're billing for the anxiety they just outsourced to you. System 3, the portfolio inflation trap. Exposure work. Do this cheap, they say. It'll look great in your portfolio. I've said yes to that too many times. You convince yourself it's good experience, but deep down you know, it's just fear. Fear of not being relevant. Fear that if you say no, someone else will take it. You tell yourself it's fine because it looks nice on your profile. But let's be honest, your rent doesn't accept portfolio credit. Your work is already your proof. You don't need to keep proving your worth to people who can't afford it. System 4, the scope creep trap. It always starts with, can you just tweak one thing? Then another, and another. And before you know it, you're 3 unpaid tasks deep, still trying to sound polite. It's wild how fast just one more thing can turn into an unpaid part-time job. But here's the hard truth. No one respects a boundary you never draw. Now I have a system. Every addition, no matter how small, means a new invoice. No debate, no awkwardness, just structure. Because structure isn't cold, it's how you protect your creativity. System 5, the willpower trap. This one's invisible. You fix all the other systems, but you still find yourself working late. Not because you have to, but because you're scared to stop. You tell yourself it's discipline, but it's really anxiety. You've tied your worth to output. And stopping feels like failure. But here's what I've learned. Real freedom isn't about working when you want. It's about being able to rest without guilt. Now I shut down my laptop at the same time every day. Even when I don't want to. Especially when I don't want to. Because boundaries don't just protect your time, they protect your peace. You built entire systems for someone else's success before.
Now, you get to build one for yourself. System greater than willpower. Structure greater than stress. Boundaries greater than burnout. Start small. Maybe it's a savings habit. Maybe it's a daily stop time. Maybe it's finally saying no to another faceless platform that takes a cut for doing nothing. Because freedom isn't about escaping the system. It's about rewriting it one genuine connection at a time.